She said, nobody fights harder than a mom. Really? Nobody? Nobody fights harder than a mother. Let me get this straight. Soldiers at war don't fight harder than a mother. Elon Musk. The presidents. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Caroline Leavitt takes a picture with her baby at work. Now, this woman is supposed to be conservative, so why isn't she at home taking care of her kid? This is a feminist thing to do. All right, so now this is erupted Twitter. Erupted. She's bringing her baby to work. And all the conservative simps in the comments, the best press secretary ever. No, I don't really think so. Like, I don't think the best press secretary ever is bringing her kid to work. Now this guy, wait, so it's okay for her to bring her kid to work, but the lady in Congress can't. So she's doing what average day-to-day stay-at-home mom or work-from-home moms do, so you want a cookie. The poor kiddo will never receive mom's full attention. There are downstream consequences to this. Notice all the Christian nationalists are suddenly silent about this woman working and raising a family. And, you know, then we got Mikhaila Peterson. Now remember, Mikhaila Peterson was looking for someone to raise her kid on Instagram. So we got this young woman criticizing this. Obviously, here we go.
Caroline Leavitt, it's undeniable that you're doing a fantastic job as White House press secretary, but I think you should quit. There's nothing conservative about leaving your baby at home while you work a highly intensive, important, time-consuming role. Going back to work when your baby is 4 days old is a form of neglect. Babies, especially newborns, need their mothers. And the conservative movement needs to stop pushing this rebranded version of feminist ideology that says that women can do both. Because they can't. Being a mother, especially a mother to newborns, is a full-time job. Everything in life comes with sacrifices and trade-offs, especially being a parent. What America needs right now is more present mothers. We have enough girl bosses already.
Okay, so now Mikhaila Peterson says her kid is going to think, my mom is awesome. If she can be press secretary, imagine what I could do. This is pure jealousy. So let me just think about this. I want to think about this argument here. The kid who's 4 days old is going to think, wow, I'm so happy my mom's a press secretary. Okay. Or the kid that's, let's say it makes it to 5 years, and now the kid's going to say my mom's awesome. At 5, they're going to understand what's going on. Like, kids don't care. Kids don't. Okay. Let me continue. All right. Now we got a woman bringing her baby to a college class. Also, guys, hit the like button. A like is free. So, Lincoln University professor goes viral for holding a student's baby during class. The story of how a Lincoln University college professor ended up holding a baby during class was life-changing for a 21-year-old student who is finally able to take notes. I've always wanted to go to an HBCU, so I decided what's better than the first. So I chose Lincoln, said Imani Lamar, who is now a senior at the Pennsylvania University. 2 years ago, she was taking a class with Dr. Aquil Dix in the Health Sciences Department. She had just come back from school after taking a semester off for giving birth to her son prematurely. Lamar's son had to spend months in the neonatal intensive care unit. It was really hard. Every day, going to the hospital, seeing him and not being able to help him was really, really hard. Christopher Murray, who Lamar had named for the father, had become her world, and her schedule revolved around his. When she told Dick she had to miss class because she couldn't find a babysitter, her answer was no. No, he told me, and I was looking at him like, no, I can't miss class. I don't have anyone to watch my baby. I'm not going to have one of my students miss class because they have no one to watch their child. That's just not an option for me, said Dix. Instead, he told her to bring her son to school. That's my character. I don't mind helping students whenever they need me. Lamar had reservations about bringing her baby to class. How would he react? Would he be a distraction to other students? Would he be able to focus? So when Dix started lecturing, something changed for Lamar. She realized she could do this. I never thought it would come to that. To have somebody who's there for me, who really cares. It meant a lot. Lamar is now a few months away from graduating, and she has two of her favorite guys, her mentor and now healthy-year-old son, to thank. You have no idea how much this meant to me. Oh, here we go. Let's watch the full video.
ABC News this month to bring you stories showing America strong, which highlight the strength and resilience of people throughout our nation. Tonight, we want to introduce you to a local college professor who's doing more than teaching health sciences. He's also imparting life lessons and showing how it truly takes a village. Action News community journalist Becca Hendrickson has his story.
Look at the chart.
The story of how this college professor ended up holding a baby
In both sexes.
was life-changing for the 21-year-old student who was finally able to take notes.
I always wanted to go to HBCU, so I decided what's better than the first, so I chose.
Who got her pregnant? Sorry, guys. Which one of you put wood or wooden in the chat?
Now 23-year-old Imani Lamar had just come back to school after taking a semester off for her child, who was born premature and spent months in the NICU.
It was really hard every day going to the hospital and seeing him, not being able to help him, and it was hard.
Little Christopher Murphy, named for Imani's late father, became her world. Her schedule revolved around his. So when she told Dr. Akil Dix she had to miss class because she couldn't find a babysitter.
No, he told me no. And I just was looking at him like, no, I can't miss class. I don't have nobody to watch my baby.
I'm not going to have one of my students miss class because they have no one to watch their child. That's just not an option for me.
Look at
Dr. Dix said, bring the little guy in.
That's my character. You know, I don't mind helping my students wherever they need me.
Imani had reservations about bringing her baby to class. How would he react? Would he be a distraction to other students?
Jet Village says, my situationship partner said she doesn't like me listening to your channel. Yeah, because you know what? She's never going to get into the relationship. What's her red flag? Let me know, Jet Village. Let me know. What's the problem
She
here?
be able to focus. But when Dr. Dix started lecturing, something changed for Imani. She realized she could do this.
I never thought that it would ever come to that, and to have somebody who's there for me, who really cares and genuinely wants me to finish and finish strong, it meant a lot.
Imani is now a few months from graduating.
Exactly.
And she has two of her favorite guys, her mentor and her now 2-year-old healthy son, to thank.
You really don't understand how much this meant to me.
At Lincoln University.
I think he's going to smash.